Two. Okay. Mic check. 2. We should be good. We should be good. OCO, everyone. Y'all can hear me? We good? All right. Yeah. I apologize for the delay. Okay, I was delayed a little bit right there. But yeah, we got to talk about this one. There's a few things. About this that I want to talk about. Let me double check really quick. You can't hear? Let me 1 second. What we sound like, y'all? We good? What do we sound like? Is the mic, are we clear? We need to fix anything? I'm good, right? Okay. OCO, everyone. All right. Now, if those of you that can't hear me, like, there's a strong possibility that you may have, an iPhone. Now, listen. I'm not, hear me out. There's a strong possibility that if you can't hear me, you have an iPhone. Now, if you're an iPhoner, if you are Apple listen. Look, don't come over here looking to be divided by politics. You gonna be divided by your cell phone coming to my channel. Okay? You come over here with an iPhone, huh? Yeah, Oh, y'all thought y'all was safe. Oh, what y'all thought huh? Keep in mind, you on the Dane Calloway channel. Now, if I want to get on Android about all the goddamn updates we get every 5 seconds, I could get on it. But I'm talking about every millisecond, iPhone got one, and they don't halfway work. Okay? iPhone has always got to run for can I borrow your charger? Can I borrow your charger? What's wrong with your charger? iPhone? Huh? That's cap right? This, huh? Y'all know I'm not an iPhone. What's up with y'all charger iPhone? Don't be coming over here looking to be politically divided over here. That's not what you looking for. You in the wrong spot if you looking for that right now. I'm going to divide you by your cell phone. That's right. I cut the music off. You heard me. All right, y'all iPhone, y'all want no smoke, right? All right. So now as far as a divide, we going to be good right there, right? Nothing wrong with your charger? That's right now, Firebird. That's right now. Next week, I'm going to need me a new phone. I'm going to need me a new charger. Okay. Let me get back to the Resident Evil 7. You love your iPhone? All right. Now ask your iPhone, does it love you? Never mind. Look. All right. So on a good note, I'm glad y'all laughing. I'm glad y'all smiling because some of y'all, going to take this situation to the max. And, a lot of y'all going to have opinions about this. And I'm warming y'all up about that right now. So right now, y'all can be mad at me because I came at iPhones. I sure did. But don't be mad at me. OCO, Sister Bethy, how you? Don't be mad at me, about this situation here, okay? Now, keep in mind, I'm going to be upfront with you. I do not know him. Now, people have sent me multiple videos, and I'm going to be looking, and I'm going to find out what type of person this is. But I also have information as to why this, allegedly, Could be the reason why this happened. Allegedly. Now, I don't know. I haven't watched no other YouTube. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I haven't watched no other YouTubers' videos. All of the videos that I'm about to go over are those that was sent to me. Whether if you was in the 13% or on my X account, my Twitter account. I really do think that Elon need to come up with just leave it at Twitter. Like X is like I'm talking about my ex. Like, I don't like that. Like, yeah, my ex account. Like, I don't like the way that sounds. I think right there, like you want to cause a debate. I think right there, that needs to go back. Like, go back to Twitter or come up with another name. But yeah, when it comes to this situation, all right, come on, for real, let's get serious. Based off of what I was told and what I can see, he's a political commentator. Okay. He was, I didn't know if he was a leftist or a conservative. He's a conservative. He was for Trump. I went live inside of the 13% community server earlier today, and I was informed by a lot of people inside of the server that he's a Trump supporter, and he started the Turning Point organization. Now, I'm familiar with that organization because I ran across that when I was doing my research on Trump on various topics, okay, in the past. Now, and OCO Ma, shout out to my mother. She, my bad, Mom. My mother just had a newborn day, and I don't mean newborn Christian. Don't take that the wrong way. I'm talking about her birthday. Shout out to my mama. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, let me clap it out for my mom. I'm talking about my real mama now. Okay, let me clap it up for Mom. Celebrating another year with us. And I wish her many, many more years with us. I love you, Mom, and I appreciate you. And look, let your son talk, Ma, okay? This is one of those nights, I know it's gonna be sensitive because some of y'all are gonna take it like, you know what I mean? I appreciate that, y'all. I appreciate that. They showing love to Ma in the chat. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's the mother that birthed me for real. That is Miss Calloway for real, okay? And I appreciate that, y'all, yeah. I appreciate that, showing love to her like that. So, so Ma, hear me out, Ma, okay? Tonight, I don't know this guy, but I did see a lot of things, not only inside of the 13%, but the research that I did today. This is the reason why I was technically delayed by 2 hours, because I told them I was gonna go live at 6. And here it is almost 9 o'clock. I had to do my research because I really needed to see what happened, what got him taken out for real. Because what's very noteworthy is that he's not a politician, okay? He's not a lawmaker. He doesn't make decisions, okay? Now, he could give commentary on certain decisions that was made by way of the Democrats or the Republicans. Or the president. I mean, he's been around for quite a while. I see that he, collaborated with a couple of YouTubers. He collaborated with people like Candace Owens. That's right, Ben. He collaborated with Candace Owens. Some of y'all don't like Candace Owens. Y'all feel as though she's controversial. I listen to a lot of her stuff. Candace Owens is okay. I don't see nothing wrong with Candace, but I do see I saw a common denominator between her and him, and I'm going to get into that later on as to the possible reason why he was taken out. There's always that very sensitive subject that even YouTube have a problem with us talking about. They all do. They never want us to bring these people up. And it's crazy because at one point he was supported by them. Then all of a sudden, all right, I'm jumping ahead. So let's start from the top. So he was in Utah. He was, debating. This is what he normally does based off of what I see. He'll debate these students of colleges and universities over various topics. Now I'm going to play the video and it's edited. And what I mean by edited is that I censored the video because what I really want you to focus on is not the shooter just yet. We're going to come to that. Let's listen to what is being said before the shot rang out. Now, keep in mind, you guys don't have to close your eyes. I did all the editing. Right now, I want you to focus on what was being said, okay? Let's just take it a step at a time, and then we're gonna go over some other videos because it was very eerie that I have a video that the FBI put out, then all of a sudden it disappeared. I have a video that the FBI put out, then all of a sudden it disappeared. But I have the video, and I'm playing that tonight. Okay, we're gonna go over some things. Okay, we're gonna go over some things. Now, keep in mind, you can give your opinion in the comments. I'm not moderators. If they get super disrespectful, look, no pun intended. No pun intended, but you know, okay, let me keep it moving. So the first video I'm about to play is just that, but I want you to focus on what is being said. Here we go. Okay, now again, this is edited. Let me make sure I'm playing the edited version. Okay, yeah, I am. You know how YouTube go. So pay attention to the guy. Pay attention to the guy's question. So again, he goes to college. For those of you that don't know, he goes to colleges and universities, and he allows those students, or it could be faculty members, to walk up and get on a mic and ask him questions. Now, what I noticed is that a lot of these videos that are out right now have not panned to the person asking the question because it is very eerie what is being said.
Yes, is that fair to say? All right, great. So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many.
It's 5. Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
Hold up. Okay, so we got the question, right? Y'all saw that, right? As soon as he answered the question, right? Yeah, look, see, that's why we having this conversation, chat. That's why we having this conversation. Do we need to go back? Because now that you not focused on the shooting and you focused on the question. Hold up, before we get to the military hand signals, we going there. Hold up, we gonna go there. Hold up, let's start from the top. Did y'all get the question that was being asked? Do we need to go back on the question? Or could we move on from the question? Go back? Go back. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna go back. So listen closely to what the question is. Here we go.
Yes, is that fair to say? All right, great. So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many.
His answer was too many. He said, the person asked, do you know how many transgender Americans? Listen.
Yes, is that fair to say? All right, great. So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Mass shooters over the last 10 years. He came on the mic and said,
Too many.
Too many. He said, too many. The crowd is cheering.
It's 5. Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Do you know how many mass shootings happened in America over the past 10 years? And he says,
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Counting or not counting gang violence? Counting or not counting gang violence? Now, I'm not gonna lie. With me being a debater, that answer was to get the guy to be more specific, 1. 2, it will be an open-ended question. Correction, it would not be an open-ended question, but it allows Charlie more time to think about his question and figure out where he wants to base it. Now, don't get me wrong. What he just did was a what? What was the tactic? That was the bait and switch, right? Okay, y'all catching it, right? Any debater, if you know what's going on and you want to continue to take the lead of a debate, you do the bait and switch, or what is that called? There's another, deflect, right? That was a deflecting answer. Right, that was a diversion. From Charlie's part, okay? From Charlie's part. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, okay? He's trying to keep the lead, right? But the problem is that the original question has to do with the transgender community, right? And then he said, all right, well, tell you what. Well, let me question what you know about mass shootings. How do you know, or how many mass shootings happened within the past 10 years, right? And he said, gang violence or excluding gang violence. That is a deflection tactic, but it's a good question so you can see where the guy is going. Like, is this really, it was a deflection. Is this really important? Why is this so important? Let me see what you're going to say. Let me see where you're going to lead to. Okay? But he got shot right after this because the guy's answer is in question. So the guy that's asking him these questions, as soon as he said this, he said,
okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
Then he said, great. Counting or not counting gang violence? The guy responded to say, great. Listen, and then a shot. Wow. Right? Now, me personally, that is a signal. That's the great. All right, boom. That's it. Great. Because why would you respond to his question with great? And that's it. Like, you gave a signal, because it should have been more follow. It should have been, okay, you could have been breaking it down into what you mean. You could go right into what you mean. But if you have nothing else to say, if you really didn't have nothing to say at all, you would state things like, great, not okay, great. Okay, great. That's a great question. Bad about something, not just great. And then the shot rang out. We didn't hear anything from that guy. I would love to see the footage. Right? Let's just keep going. Right?
Get down.
Go keep going.
What the fuck?
This is about logical thinking.
In America,
so this is another.
over the last 10 years.
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
See? Another view. After he said great. Now, I'm not going to lie. My military folk out there, with this second one, I did hear a little bit of deepness right there. That second shot, I did hear. At first, I thought this was a 5.56. But now that I heard the second one with that deepness in it, I'm thinking 308. What y'all think?
In America, over the last 10 years.
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
And that's an echo. I'm guessing it has to be around 100 to 150 yards, maybe 200 yards away. I believe the deepness of that shot, the way it sounds when it ricochets inside of a gun range, it sounds like a 308 to me. The first one sounded like a 5.56 because I didn't hear like a deeper tone underneath it, but I really hear it right here in the second video. Yeah, y'all gun folks out there that know what's up, what y'all think about that? Yeah, that's a bolt action. That is a bolt action. And the FBI confirmed that was a bolt action rifle. So I'm thinking 308. Now I'm saying 308 because at first I said 5.56 was out when I was in the 13%. But after hearing that deepness to it, yeah, no, it's not suppressed at all. No, that's not too. It's too much deepness. If it was suppressed, it'd sound like a tube. It would sound like a tube. It would that sound like a 308 to me. There go Isaiah. You did call it Isaiah. You said 308 first. You did, if I'm not mistaken. I believe you said 308 first. But no, I could definitely say that ain't 556 right there. Somebody said a 30 or 3006. It was about 250 yards away. Me personally, the way it sounds in my headphones, it sounds closer. In fact, here's a picture that I'm getting ready to show you really quickly. Well, tell you what, not even the picture. Let me show you the video. Now, that's not that far away. Now, they're trying to say that the shooter was right here. I'm not gonna, the way that looks to be about, and that's the stage right here, that looks to be about, so basically right here, let's go off this white tent. Right here is coming from the, and that's basically right, because this person with the shooting on the left side, or hitting the left side of his neck the way that it did, that makes sense that he would be right here. It would make sense as far as the angle is concerned. Now, it looked like he was going to the throat. A couple of people said it looked like he was going for the head, and Charlie moved, but I don't think Charlie moved enough to make him get off a target from this distance. To me, that's about 200 yards max. I could be wrong. Of course, I'm just guessing, but right there, individual seen running at the top on the roof. That's not that far away. To be honest with you, if the camera can catch it without being zoomed in, there has to be no more than 200 yards max. That camera is not zooming in. And that's most likely a cell phone, because we had the vertical footage. And this is Fox News, by the way. So what y'all think? About 150, 200? Now, keep in mind, this is my best guess. I'm just assuming based off of where this tent is located and how he was hit, where he was hit, and how loud that echo was. I didn't hear it like it was far. I'm hearing like it was close. Like I'm hearing the shot and the echo immediately. So the acoustics of it makes it sound as if it's between 100, you know what I mean? To 200 yards. They said 200 feet? Nah, that's way more than 200 feet. Like if we look at it, that's way more than 200 feet. Wait, we talking about right here. Feet is what? I would say yards. That's about 200 yards right there. Just in my opinion, basing it off of this tent where we know he was located. Now, just in case you guys don't know that he was located at that tent, let me pull up this picture. Okay, this is a picture of him at that same tent. Okay, and he got hit on his left side, and the shooter is on his left side at an angle. Like that was direct target, almost as if he could have been trying to hit the head. But the reason why I'm going to say no to the fact that he's trying to hit the head is because Charlie picked up the mic and said something immediately and didn't have a chance to react. He basically was putting his mic down, or putting his hand down, but he wasn't leaning forward. He was still there. Y'all saying that the screen is black. Is that true? Can y'all see what I'm showing you? This is right now I'm showing you the photo. Right? Y'all good? Wait, y'all really don't see anything? We can see? Okay, no black screen. Okay. All right, so that's my analysis of that. Now, let's get to the people that they were pointing out. Let me zoom in. Now, a couple of people was pointing out this guy that was on his cell phone, is in the white, and his bodyguard. Hold on, let me make sure ain't no negative pictures of myself popping up. Hush up, ladies. Shut up. Shut up, man. Don't say nothing. Don't get jealous. Hold on. Let me just make sure. 1 second, right? 1 second. Let me go back to that video. Make sure that's the censored version. All right, now. So who they're questioning are these two people here. Hold up. Let me show you these two people. Right now, based off of the videos, ladies, my number is 911. This is a bodyguard. We could tell by his stance. Like, I'm familiar with bodyguards for obvious reasons. Bodyguards are usually, you know, they get glasses, dark outfit, you know, kind of to the point where it's not too flimsy. They want to make things a little tight on them so they could get around and get busy if they need to. I would say security guard, bodyguard. I'm not sure if he's holding anything. He could be based off of the stance. Look like he could be packing right here as far as a weapon is concerned. It could be on the other side. Most likely it depends on, you know, if he's a righty or lefty. But I mean, black watch, black glasses. To me, he looks like a bodyguard, right? This guy in whites, I have no idea who he is. But if you look closely, let me come up a little bit. Look closely, pay attention to, don't pay attention to Charlie. Oh, no, I did. This is censored. This is the censored version. So don't pay attention to Charlie. No disrespect. I want you to pay attention to these two guys right here and their movements. Now, I don't have a way where I could slow this down, so all I could do is pause and play. So he turned the camera to him. Watch him. Watch the guy in the white.
It's 5. Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit.
Hold up.
Do you know how
Boom. A tap of the hat.
many mash?
Right there. The shake of the hat. He's not adjusting his hat. That's not an adjust. Anybody that's military, no. First of all, he has what you would call a trucker hat. Okay? Kind of, sort of got it military style on him. The way he arched the hat itself. I'm just saying it look a little military to me, but that tug of the hat, military people, y'all know what I'm talking about? The tug of the hat, that's a signal. That's a call. That's a military hand signal. Let's keep going. And look, right behind that, it was watch him. We gonna get into this because a couple of people sent me a video that I'm getting ready to play that's gonna go over that part right there.
Now 5 is a lot, right?
In fact, let me do it right now. Let me play that right now. So this is the one that's going over the hand signals. And I don't believe, oh man, I hope it does not. Okay, there we go. That's the one that's zooming in. Tug of the hat, military hand signal, tug of the hat, indicating that it's a sniper. All right, touch of the face. All right, touching the side of the face in the military context, often by rubbing the cheek, is a hand signal to indicate the presence of a male individual. Touching this military people, talk, y'all, talk in the chat. I'm not gonna put you on the spot, I promise. I'm not gonna say anything. Get the talking in the chat. If you for your people, hold up. I'm not saying that this person, I'm not saying that Charlie Kirk is your, don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I'm just saying, educate your people that are watching in the chat. Speak up. Touching the side of the face of the military in a military context, often by rubbing the cheek, as a hand signal to indicate the presence of a male individual. Now, what I also want to mention is that this is not no rookie that took this shot. This is somebody that was very good at sniping. Of course, this was a bolt action. This guy was very good, very accurate. Shot his target, took him out. This is not a rookie. This is not somebody that goes to the gun range once every 6 months. This guy has been tactically trained as an expert, and he's hitting his target to take him out. He's a marksman. Anybody that has been trained in that profession does not have to empty a clip. I'm gonna state this again. That's right, B Miles. A shout out to you, brother. I haven't seen you in years, B Miles. Where the hell have you been? Shout out to you, brother. I haven't seen you in years. It's nice to see you. I haven't seen you in years. If that's the real B Miles that I know from years back, shout out to you. You need to pop back up on the scene and stop playing. You need to pop back up. You heard me. This Dane Calloway. You need to pop back up on the scene and stop playing. You know how we've been from years ago. We've been doing the same thing. Come on now. I don't know how them other people was coming at you. You back? Okay. All right, get in contact with me. Stop playing, B. Stop playing. Come on. I was a little upset that I saw you leave. I'm not gonna lie. I know you don't know that, but I was upset. I didn't like how you went. I'm gonna be real, brother. I'm your brother. I don't like how you left like that, brother. Shit was getting too serious out here. Don't let them make you do that again. Don't let them make you do that again. When you talking real, okay, all right, come on. So, and get in contact with me and hit that link for me where it say 13% B Miles. I'm not playing. For real, hit me in there. I'm not playing. It's been past time. Come on now. So anytime that you see somebody take a shot like that out in the open, doesn't hit anybody behind them, I'm talking about very accurate. You do not, that's not a rookie. That's somebody that is professionally trained. That's somebody that more than likely is active military. Let's be honest here. Only a military soldier is going to know military hand signals, especially a marksman. All right, here we go. Let's continue. Keep in mind between 100 to 200 yards away, my best guess. But okay, now his bodyguard. His bodyguard gave a hand signal, a single hand held straight out in front of the body with the palm down and moving in a horizontal arc repeatedly means commence firing. Because here, look, and here's how we know that. Because if we go back to the original video, hold on, I'm gonna come back to this. Let's walk it down. Let's go back to the original and make sure I play the censored one. All right. Now pay attention to his bodyguard. Now, his bodyguard has been with him for a long time. Now, I know some of y'all are gonna be like, Dane, no, he just got there. No, I have multiple pictures of that same guy, here we go, being with him for a long time at a lot of events. Apparently, this is his head of security. Okay, this is the same guy. This is his head of security. So whoever this guy is needs to be taken into question, in my opinion. He just needs to be, they just need to have a conversation with him. I'm just saying, okay? They just need to have a conversation with him. Find out his background, do it, if they for real about it, do an authentic background check on this guy here. And that's all I'm saying, okay? So let me come back. So watch him now. Let's watch the guy in the black. Let's watch the security guard
now. It's 5. Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit.
Both of them need to be questioned. That's military. That's military.
Over the last 10 years.
And look, and you see how after he gave those signals, watch what he did with his phone. This guy has the video of who's asking the question. This guy needs to be pulled and questioned. He has the video of the guy asking Charlie Kirk the question. Watch how he panned that camera.
Over the last 10 years.
After he gave the signal, he panned the camera.
Counting or not counting game?
And then he gave the signal. As soon as he leaned forward to pick up that mic, he gave the signal to commence firing. Right there. As soon as he picked up the mic, commence fire. Okay? That's not, hold on, I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. That's not him adjusting his shirt. I want you to look at the, can y'all see this? I want y'all to look at his arm, his left arm. Look at his fingers. His fingers do not touch that shirt at all. Look, not one time he touched that shirt. And he goes back into rest. Okay? So with that being said, let's go back to the other video. Damn it, I forgot the timestamp, but I'm gonna just move up. Hold up. I forgot the timestamp. So, all right. So we know his signal. Boom. Right? Meaning commence firing. When executed rapidly, it means to increase the rate of fire. When executed slowly, it means to decrease the rate of fire. Okay? Now, y'all could give your opinion on if this was fast or slow or not, but that was pretty quick. The way he put that hand out there, to me, I believe that was pretty quickly. It was almost like commence fire right now, in my opinion. Okay? Left arm crossing the torso is a military hand signal to indicate imminent danger. It is often repeated multiple times to emphasize the seriousness of the threat. This signal is part of a silent communication system used in the field to prevent detection by the enemy. This signal is part of a silent communication system used in the field to prevent detection by the enemy. Now, I'm pretty sure there were some military people in the chat giving y'all some answers. I did realize that the chat was getting a little rocky. Just know that I have no reason to stop this chat from flowing. If y'all chat get the rocky, you probably got to back out and come back in. It's not me. I'm going to just let y'all know that right now. I don't have control over their servers. Okay? So now, in my opinion, I believe that these two people who were standing behind him needs to be questioned. Wait a minute. Hold up. The same guy. Hold up. Wait a minute. Where did he go? Oh, where did he go? I wish I could see. This is the guy with the camera. So it did look like he was up on that jump with him. Wait. Right here, he gave the signal.
America over the last 10 years.
And he looked to the left. Then the bodyguard, you could tell that's his tattoo coming up. He looked to the guy with the white hat, looked to the left, gave the signal. And he was looking. Why was he looking to the left like that? Was he looking at the bodyguard? Okay, either way, both of them should be questioned. Now, I'm going to skip up because they were trying to tell us yesterday. I'm going to skip up. They was running, ducking, Let's skip up. Yesterday, they were trying to tell us that they got the guy that shot him. This is the guy that shot him? It was an old man. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, based off of that guy's age, him falling on the ground because he could barely walk, them having to carry him and pick up his feet in order for him to be carried to the police car, lets me know that this ain't the guy that's the shooter. This ain't the shooter. Number one, he's not athletic enough to get up on the roof. That's number one. We could rule him out. Why arrest him? But let's just say, a lot of y'all gonna say that this is, as far as it was a setup. Some of y'all gonna say it was fake. Some of y'all gonna say it's a distraction. Look, I'm gonna just sit up here and tell y'all, all of y'all right, especially in a way, because it depends on what you're looking at. I'm gonna get into some more stuff though, but let's just say that this was the shooter. I'm ruling it out based off of his age, the fact that he too old to be climbing up on some roof, and the fact that he probably not too well of. I'm not trying to say that the older people ain't gonna be accurate. I'm not trying to say that. But I don't got an older, I don't got this guy right here that did that. Fresh. Is consistent. Whoever did it is very consistent, like very good. He's active. He's not retired and retired for years, probably a veteran of years, years ago. I can rule this guy out. In my opinion, I will rule this guy out. And they throwing him in up now. Let me go to something really quickly before I play this FBI video that I really question heavy. Let me play this video that was sent to me of a TikToker. And I'm actually going to go to that person's page and show you something. Hold up, because I don't want to expose that I haven't been checking my DMs on TikTok. And I apologize. I think I just exposed that I haven't been checking my DMs on TikTok. Listen, I haven't. That's too many TikTok DMs. Listen, I apologize. Don't get mad at me because you about to see the fact that I haven't been checking my DMs. Okay? Focus on the... Look. Hold up. Focus on what I'm about to show you. 1 second. I'm trying to find it. Hold up. What now? What? Hold up now. I moved it over here. And I put it here. And then... Hold up. Give me a second. I moved it over. Right? And then... Okay, boom. Right? Now, peep this. Here it is. And again, I'm not playing, y'all. Don't make fun of me. I have not been checking my DMs. Stop it. Listen. I promise I will be, but that's y'all be blowing me up on TikTok. You just give me a second. Anyway, so this account, this is the main account. 1 week ago, look at this. This is real. This is my mouse. Hold on, let me make sure y'all can see this. Yeah, this is my mouse. Right? This is the original video of this person. Authentic, account. 9K followers. And it says 1 week ago, right? And he said, Charlie Kirk has passed away. Now this is, right now it's 583 comments and people like, no way that he predicted it, right? There's no way. Not too many likes, not too many comments, but it's been seen a lot. It's been played a lot for some odd reason. That ain't matching up with this. So let me, because I'm exposing myself at the fact that, let me show y'all the video. I got the video downloaded. Give me 1 second. I don't know, y'all. Look, this part right here was eerie to me. I'm like, and then he made a point as to the reason why, and I want y'all opinion on it. Here we go. So this is the TikTok video.
Charlie Kirk has just passed away.
Now this was dated September 4th, 2025. September 4th, 2025. Beat this.
Charlie Kirk has just passed away. His management team came to his official Twitter saying, it is sad to announce that Charlie Kirk has just been found passed away inside of his Florida home. Charlie Kirk will be remembered as one of this generation's greatest debaters, as well as content creators, news anchors, and abstract thinkers. Charlie will forever hold a special place in all of our hearts. And we do appreciate all of the support in this time of special need from CK Management.
Now listen, even though this could be a Photoshop in the back, but what this guy posted this 1 week ago is very eerie. Let's just say that the image behind them, where you see the timestamp of 2:13 p.m., September 4th, 2025, on the verified Charlie Kirk page. And then he moves
over. Picture
over.
of him here, and as you guys can see, it has been going extremely viral. This comes short.
Okay, and when he moved over, he showed, hold on, wait a minute. They must don't know I'm live. My phone blowing up at the same time, my bad. He also moved over and showed that it has a lot of retweets, a lot of quote tweets, which means a retweet with a quote above it, and 1.9 million likes. Now, all of this could be fake. Could be. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't see this on his page, but let's think about it. Why would they keep that on his page? But the reason why I believe this part is fake is because of the verbiage that was used. It says, it is sad to announce that Charlie Kirk has just been found passed away. I don't think they would use that verbiage. Usually it's unalive, something like that. has just been found passed away, that part right there is questionable, okay? But let's continue.
Has been going extremely viral. This comes shortly after he started targeting Big Pharma, saying how much money exactly has Big Pharma pumped into the campaigns of senators. And some people came out with real numbers showing different corruption. Like, dude, how is Big Pharma paying for all of this? Especially because they're buying positions of power, and obviously that's just not okay. And so I wonder if any of that would have to relate to how...
So what y'all think about that? Now, he's saying it's the fact that Charlie had something to do with the Black Pharma, pointing it out. Big Pharma, pointing it out. What y'all think about that so far? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, that's not what I see, okay? Let's just say, for example, this is true. As far as, Charlie talking about that. And keep in mind, that's the same date. That what he pointing at is the same date of September 4th. Look at that. 8:30 that morning. 8:30 that morning, September 4th. Okay? 226K views. And, well, wait, that says Charlie Kirk 11. No, that's not real. Wait, no, that's not real. Yeah, Charlie Kirk doesn't have 11 beside his name. Hold up. I just caught that. So all of this could be fake. All of this could be fake. But let's just say it's not. For right now, for some of y'all may believe this is real. Right now, me personally, I don't know. I would say no to this one. And I'm going to get into what I think is real. Allegedly. Okay. Let me move on to what the FBI was saying that was very eerie. Now, the FBI made some mistakes here, and I'm going to point them out. Now, this is the video that they took down. And I don't know why they took this down. Maybe they wanted to take it down to chop it up. How long is this video? I may have to play this all the way through. I may skip up because I think he talk about Utah, stuff like that. Let me see.
This country.
All right, here we go.
Just to recap yesterday's events, at around 12:20 p.m., political influencer Charlie Kirk was at Utah Valley University participating in a student-sponsored event with Turning Point USA. Charlie was shot at that event. He was transported to a local hospital where he later passed. Last night, his body was moved to the state office of the medical examiner. We will continue to facilitate movements to get him home today and with his family.
We will continue to facilitate movements. Listen, this guy's with the FBI. He said, we will continue to facilitate movements. There's triggers in here that piss me off, that makes me question, some of y'all alphabet people was involved.
Yesterday, during the investigative process, we located a couple of persons of interest. We interviewed those individuals, and after releasing them and after clearing them of being suspects, they face scrutiny, they face threats.
And what I don't like about this is the fact that he said that they collected 2 persons of interest, and after the fact that they vetted them and released them, that they face scrutiny. Well, it would have been smart, keep this in mind, it would have been more intelligent for you to notify the public that these 2 people of interest that you ended up locking up that was recorded by multiple cell phone video cameras are not the shooter. But instead, you started belittling the people. Watch this.
We asked the public to be patient with the investigative process. These individuals were not suspects, they were people of interest.
But you didn't come out and say that they had anything or didn't have anything to do with them. Why are you holding the public accountable?
We ask that you do not impose into those people and that investigative process.
You did not notify them yesterday. You did not notify the public. This falls back on the FBI. So this is red flag number 2 for me.
They don't deserve that harassment for being subject to that. I'd like to thank all the investigators that are involved in this. They have worked around the clock, all day yesterday, through the night last night. Investigators from the State Bureau of Investigations, from county, from city agencies, the university, our federal partners with the FBI, the ATF, and many others.
Stop. What is the FBI and the ATF involved for? He's not a politician. Hold on, peep this, y'all. He's not a politician. He's not a president. He's not a mayor. He's not a governor. What in the world is the FBI and the ATF investigating this for? Your local police force could do ballistics. He's a political commentator, content creator, or political activist. They're going to say activist as well. I mean, in a way, yeah, he's doing activist work, of course. I would say that he's an activist based off of what I saw. But I would say more like a commentator as well, because he does do a podcast based off of some videos that I saw, and I'm getting ready to play a couple of things. And, you know, right here, I could form an opinion based off of the energy of this FBI guy and his statement. I could form an opinion. What the hell are you doing there? What are you doing at the scene? What are you doing monitoring the transfer or the transportation of his body? Why? Why? Something's not right with that. Here we go.
Those are just a few of the people that we have involved in this.
Those are just a few of the people that they have involved in this. Keep in mind, you looking for one shooter, allegedly, that shot one civilian. You can't tell me that y'all not involved in his favor, but you can tell me that y'all involved and it wasn't supposed to be going in his favor. Y'all had a duty to achieve. You had a job. That's why you can't look at the people in the eye. You can't even look at the cameras in the eye with the light on you. Notice how it's only one light on him and it's on his right side, not his left. We can see by the shine on his forehead and the direction where his shadow is pointing. It's giving guilty to me. It's giving guilty to me.
I'd like to thank all of them for their strong work. Through all that work last night, we were able to make a few breakthroughs. We were able to track the movements of the shooter.
You were able to track?
At.
Wait a minute. You made some breakthroughs last night. You were able to track the movement of the shooter. Y'all, this was just put out earlier today.
11:52 a.m., the subject arrived on campus, shortly away from campus. We have tracked his movements onto the campus, through the stairwells, up to the roof, across the roof to a shooting location. After the shooting, we were able to track his movements as he moved to the other side of the building, jumped off of the building, and fled off of the campus and into a neighborhood. Our investigators have worked through those neighborhoods, contacting anybody they can with doorbell cameras, witnesses, and have thoroughly worked through those communities.
Stop. So you lost sight of him as soon as he went into a neighborhood. Listen, y'all listening, right? Just let it play? Nah, let me explain something to you. You on the Dane Calloway channel. The Dane Calloway channel, he likes to give his commentary, just like everybody else does. Keep in mind, if you were a fan of his, he was giving commentary politically, right? People would like to hear my things. This is the reason why they're here. Like, so if you don't like the fact that I'm pausing and giving my commentary on it, then what's the point of you being here? If you just want to see the FBI video, oh, wait a minute, you can't see this video. They took it down. Just be patient. Just be patient, okay? Notice how his demeanor is still down. He has points written down on a piece of paper. You know, of course, it's a sad time, but it's not giving sadness. It's giving guilty.
I'm trying to identify
Dane, don't say it's giving.
any leads. We do have good video footage of this individual.
Wait a minute. You do have good video footage of this individual. Stop it.
It's up.
What? You do have good video footage of this individual. You are the FBI. You can facial recognition. Uh-oh.
Set it on fire. 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 Fire.
No, that's what he said. Go back, Dane. Go back, Dane.
And have thoroughly worked through those communities, trying to identify any leads. We do have good video footage of this individual.
We do have good footage of this individual. You have facial recognition. That facial recognition is going to give you the information of where this guy has worked before, currently working before, or now, the schools he attended, the bank he has. Okay? I'm talking about prior residence and all, probably 5, 10 years, 20 years, but we talk FBI, right? They gonna pull him, whether if he has a criminal record, military background, whether if he has a criminal record, military background, churn, wife. Like, how do we know it's a he, she? But you got clear video footage.
And have thoroughly worked through those communities, trying to identify any leads. We do have good video footage of this individual. We are not going to release that at this time.
We're not going to release that at this time. Notice how he did not say person of interest. Notice how he did not say suspect. Look how y'all missed that. Look, the terminology that he used here was individual. Not suspect. Not person of interest. You got clear footage. No, I'm gonna walk it down because some of y'all think you could trust your government. Some of y'all believe that you can trust this government. Right, that's a good question, Michael. Why is the FBI giving a statement? That's a very good question. The quality of your life is based on the quality of the questions you ask. You have to question everything. Y'all don't like what I'm doing right now? What are you here for? Are you trying to learn? Are you trying to think? That's what I'm about. I'm just here to make you think. I've been like this ever since I started my channel. There's no reason to get upset with me because of that. I'm here talking to you. We all want to know. But when I hear fraud, I'm going to call it out. Maybe that's why they killed him. We'll see.
We're working through some technologies.
Look,
and some ways to identify.
I already
this
know.
individual.
Hold on. I'm going to go back, but I already know. He was calling some things out, and I'm going to show you.
We do have good video footage of this individual. We are not going to release that at this time. We're working through some technologies and some ways to identify this individual.
We are working through some technologies. Yeah, I'm pissing y'all off for stopping this, but I want you to listen to what he's saying. Dang, we can hear what he's saying. No, you not. It's going to go in one ear and out the other. He told you that they using AI to doctor up the video, and then they go give it to you once they release it. Once they feel as though it's been edited properly and it looks like It's very real. Don't forget, the AI's out there right now cooking you. And you not able to find out what's real from what's fake right now. Oh, that's AI, girl. I didn't know. Oh, man, if you wouldn't have told me, I wouldn't have known. He had a ring on his third finger. Then after he got shot, he had a ring on his fourth finger. He had a ring on his third finger. Same ring he always been using. After he got shot, it's on his fourth finger. He had a ring on his third finger. After he got shot, it was on his fourth finger. I can't show you because I got to block it out. Because it happens right after he got, as he was leaning, I can't show you that. Because as he was leaning, you see that the ring is on his fourth finger. Look at it. The ring goes from, no, I'm not even, look, I said his third finger to his fourth. I'm just saying 3, 4. It jumped. Woo! And you think AI not big? Look. Okay, let's keep going.
If we are unsuccessful, we will reach out to you as the media and we will push that publicly to help us identify them. But we are confident in our abilities right now.
Now, this was early. This was early during the day. They confident in their abilities. They ended up giving y'all a picture, right? They ended up giving y'all a picture, but what they say? This is a person of interest, right? Didn't they say it was a person of interest? Hold up. Hold up. The FBI. Keep in mind, we talking about the FBI for right now. I want to stay on that because I want to show y'all something. Hold on, I'm pulling it up for y'all. All right, boom. September 11th at 12:11, after this press conference. Oh, it's going to be some breaking news coming up. I'm going to keep my eye on this. Breaking news coming up. I'm going to keep up my eye on this. Apparently, it's about to come up. We about to find out something else from the FBI, right? But they said person of interest in Charlie Kirk pictured in photos. And this is the picture. Every picture they give us, they didn't give us a face, did they? You have footage, but the picture that they chose to give the news is when his face is not looking in the forward direction. Some of y'all saying Luigi. Nah, they got Luigi. This could be Mario. This could be another Fallout. This could be another Fall Guy. I'm just saying. They put this out like less than 30 minutes after he was giving his press conference. Okay.
Over the past several weeks, we've seen this state come together to help families in mourning. Come together as a community to show what Utah is known for a state of having walked through the crime scene, through the hallways of this school, through the classrooms. I can't imagine what the people on scene felt.
I'm skipping up. All right, hold up. Now he bringing somebody else up. Wait a minute, yeah, because I don't want to.
With that, I'll turn the time over to Special Agent Bowles.
Special Agent Bowles. Okay, let's see.
Good morning. My name is Robert Bowles, and I am the Special Agent in charge of the Salt Lake field office. Following yesterday's tragic shooting of Charlie Kirk, FBI agents have been working around the clock in coordination with our law enforcement partners. We are and will continue to work nonstop until we find the person that has committed this heinous crime and find out why they did it. This morning I can tell you that we have recovered what we believe is the weapon that was used in yesterday's shooting.
They recovered a weapon.
It is a high-powered bolt-action rifle.
Bolt-action rifle.
That rifle was recovered in a wooded area where the shooter had fled. So the FBI laboratory will be analyzing this weapon.
Bruh, how long does it take? Never mind. All right.
Investigators have also collected footwear impression, a palm print, and forearm imprints for analysis.
Okay.
Now, I understand there are a lot of questions about motive. I assure you that all leads, tips are being fully investigated. As of this morning, we have received more than 130 tips. We thank the community for that. The FBI has brought every resource to bear, and we will continue to do so throughout the course of this investigation.
What's odd to me is that you have the video, and if you need the community's help to catch the suspect, why are you not putting out the video? Why are you not putting out the video? Why are you giving us pictures and we can't really see his face? Why is it the fact that that has to be discreet? I'm pretty sure we can back the video up and see his face at some point of him coming up these steps. I'm sure we can back this video up and see his face at some point of him coming down these steps. That's odd. Now, I want to play where, hold on, let me make sure I got that real quick. It says, this is where, okay, so after the FBI gave this statement, because we don't really need to hear any more of this, let's get into with the part where they were talking about how the possible shooter was up on the roof.
A manhunt is underway
And this was earlier
for
today.
the shooter who killed conservative activist Charlie Kirk. This happened while he was speaking to thousands of students at Utah Valley University.
Eyewitness News reporter Josh Haskell joins us live from the campus in Utah with the details. Josh?
So
and Rachel, a very
I'm about to point something out right here.
At Utah Valley University, 40,000 students attend this school. There will not be classes until Monday as the campus has been turned into a massive crime scene following the murder of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. The FBI is here, law enforcement from surrounding areas, and they are focusing on an outdoor area behind this building in the distance. I want to show you the campus sign because we have seen someone leave flowers here overnight. Other people have come by to pay their respects as investigators try and locate the shooter. Now we want to show you some new video that we have. Authorities are combing through this video from the scene. It appears to show a person on the roof immediately following.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the person, and there's no way, based off of what this looks like, there's no way that old man could have did it. There's a strong possibility that a younger person can do this with help. I would like to see what this building looks like. I believe I may have that actually. Hold on, let me double check. Do I have it? Okay, I don't have it close enough. Do I? Let me see. Let me double check. No, I don't have it right yet, but there's a map of and I'm gonna be honest with you, the map is kind of informative, but not really because I don't know the area. Like, for example, the map gives you the name of what this is, of what this area is, and I'm not sure what this would be. But yeah, so it would be helpful if we knew what this was called, so I could know that the map is legit or not, and that we could actually pinpoint where they're talking about, because they're not showing us where he ran to. or what that building looks like. Like if there is a ladder on the side that he may have used, or he possibly could have got up there by way of an elevator, him going up to the roof of a particular building. However he got up there, we would need to see that because he had to get down in order to start running into a neighborhood. Would be nice if they released the footage, but no, they don't want to, they want the public's help, but not really. There's no way. There's no way that they not involved.
It appears to show a person on the roof immediately following the shooting, according to sources familiar with the ongoing investigation. Now, the Utah Department of Public Safety said 2 people were initially taken into custody after the shooting, but later were released. The first was released and later charged with obstruction by university police. The second person was taken into custody and released after an interrogation by law enforcement. Now, Utah authorities have also said that there are no current ties to the shooting with either of those individuals. A single shot was fired on Utah Valley University's Orem campus toward Charlie Kirk, a visiting speaker, shortly after noon on Wednesday. The Utah Department of Public Safety Commissioner Bo Mason called the shooting a targeted attack and said the scene is a very large area. Now, just a few hours ago, we met a man from Salt Lake City. He drove here last night. He is a fan supporter of Charlie Kirk. This is why he said he had to be here to see it for himself. Take a listen.
Coming here, like you're gonna think of a family, raising your family up in a...
Do you want to start on the flags at half staff?
Christian area, neighborhood, and no violence.
Our nation is broken. We've had political assassinations recently in Minnesota. We had an attempted assassination on the governor of Pennsylvania. And we had an attempted assassination on a presidential candidate and former president of the United States, and now current president of the United States.
Okay. But, okay. What stood out to me is that they said that they're flying the flag half-staff. They're flying the flag half-staff. That stuck out. They're treating him as if he's a governor, a mayor. Something is odd. Like they're treating him like he was someone of importance. Like, I'm not trying to say that he wasn't important. I'm not saying that, but to the point where it's you're being given honors as if you were the president. You're not. Something is wrong here. And one thing that Tanisha pointed out, let me point this out. One thing that my wife pointed out. We were having a conversation about this earlier. She was like, what if they did it this way? So later on down the line, when the children read, for example, when the children of the future read about certain people being eliminated, in this sense, in the political sense, he gets brought up later on, and he could be remembered by the narrative that they're putting out there right now. I feel as though if that's the case, that that's done on purpose. It's done on purpose. The reason why I'm saying that is because it had to be a reason why they're doing that, to make it seem as if they're holding them up this high. If they're guilty of something. If they're guilty of something. So let's just make him look like somebody that we respected enough in the future to make it seem as if the government had nothing to do with this. They're creating a narrative here, and only the future generations would understand that the narrative that they're trying to create now, when we know better. Like they're treating him like Martin Luther King, JFK, name them. They said this was political. Let's just say that it was. This also causes another side of division. This is turning, I mean, even though the Republicans are against the Democrats and vice versa, but when you do stuff like this could cause a what? This could cause civil unrest. Right? This was what they would want, right? And who was they? The enemy? Any enemy that you would choose. Why would the government wouldn't want you guys at odds? They don't make money that way. Any government will want you at odds so they can keep you at bay and keep you under control. Cause divide so we can conquer. Why is it called divide and conquer? Because you can't conquer without dividing. Peep. No, they took him out. They used him as an example. They took him out. That was definitely on purpose. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, I'm getting ready to play to the reason why I feel as though they took him out. But before I do that, I'm going to play a video that I don't know him. And people were like, well, Dane, you need to see this. He was talking bad about our people. And I don't know that. Okay, because again, I have not watched him. I've seen him a couple of times, but I haven't seen him in that light where he was doing something to our people. But again, people sent me videos. I'm about to play them for the first time.
And go back to the music that built our civilization. I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. When blacks in America did not have the same rights they had today, they were less murderous, there was less break-ins. Why is that? And the data shows they were actually better in the 1940s. It was bad, it was evil, but what happened? A certain skin color now gets their own summertime celebration. Oh, wow, look how far blacks have come. It has now become a racial complaining day. Remember what BLM stands for: burn, loot, and murder.
Yeah, DEI stands for
one of the
biggest.
Didn't earn it, just so we're clear.
Can we also acknowledge, due to the laws under Jim Crow, that black people were significantly hindered from economic advancement?
This is a really important question. The data shows not really. Black Americans are poorer today in 2024 than they were in the 1950s. The disappearance of the black father has been the #1 driver of black poverty in this country. We at least agree that black dads not being around is a bad thing.
Anyone's father not being around.
You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Empathy. I can't stand the word empathy, actually. I think empathy is a made-up New Age term that does a lot of damage, but...
A lot of people are going to be saying Happy Juneteenth. It should not be a federal holiday, and I'm on my way to work.
See a black pilot, you wonder, you say, I hope they are qualified. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. I'm dealing with somebody in customer service who's...
Okay. Something not right. All right, now. Okay. I'm 1 minute and 30 seconds in. This isn't good. Now, the video has been chopped. A couple of these things I would like to hear more. Hold up. Okay. Yep, hold on, I got you.
And go back to the music that built our civilization. I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. When blacks in America did not have the same rights...
I don't like that one.
They had today. They were less murderous, there was less break-ins. Why is that? And the data shows they were actually better in the 1940s. It was bad, it was evil, but what happened? A certain skin color now gets their own...
As far as them being better in what context in the 1940s?
Summertime celebration. Oh, wow, look how far blacks have come. It has now become a racial complaining day. Remember what BLM stands for: burn, loot, and murder.
Yeah, DEI stands for one of the biggest.
Earn it.
Okay, I don't like Black Lives Matter. That part right there about Black Lives Matter, I agree, just not the beginning part about whatever he's talking about a complaining day. I don't know about that. That's questionable.
Just so we're clear.
Can we also acknowledge, due to the laws under Jim Crow, that black people were significantly hindered from economic advancement?
This is a really important question. The data shows not really. Black Americans are poorer today in 2024 than they were in the 1950s. The disappearance of the black father has been the #1 driver of black poverty in this country. At least agree that black dad.
I wouldn't say that that's the #1 driver in this country. It does have a significant role as far as poverty is concerned, but I wouldn't say that that's the #1 driver. The #1 driver would be white supremacy, dating back to the 1890s. A group of foreigners inserting themselves in front of a group of people who were indigenous to this land and had everything before they even came. And they have us to thank in order for them to even still be here. But I agree on again, a couple of things was, questionable. This one, debatable. This ain't, right now, I haven't heard anything where it deserves for him to be taken out. I'm going to show you why he was taken out, but it's not because of this.
That's not being around is a bad thing.
Anyone's father not being around.
You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously.
Now, I would need more context of what that was, because that did look racist what he just said right there, but that's being chopped up.
I can't stand the word empathy, actually. I think empathy is a made-up New Age term that it does a lot of damage, but
A lot of people are going to be saying happy Juneteenth. It should not be a federal holiday, and I'm on my way to work.
I'm going to tell you right now, I already told y'all how I felt about Juneteenth. I already put that information out there. Okay? Anytime you have a federal holiday, it doesn't matter which one it is, the only people that's going to benefit from those holidays are the large corporations, not you. Because what are you doing? You spending your money. How are you benefiting from that? Oh, but it gives us time to celebrate. But why do you have to wait until the government give you a day to celebrate in order for you to have a celebration? Why do you have to go spend money to celebrate? And especially with these large corporations. No, I feel as though all of them suck. That's not benefiting people at all. Like, we should be able to celebrate freely, not when they dictate. So I agree with that part.
See a black pilot, you wonder, you say, I hope they are qualified. If I see
now, that's racist. I'm not gonna lie, that's racist.
Black pilot, I'm gonna be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. I'm dealing with somebody in customer service who's a moronic black woman. I wonder, is she there because of her excellence, or is she there because of affirmative action? Thomas Sowell.
Okay. Now now those 3 videos right there, based off of that part right there, it seems to me that he was trying to give his take, okay, on DEI. Even though I even disagree with DEI even benefiting our people, because it never benefited our people and only really benefited white women. Okay, not even our own women. All right, but of course that could be debatable. But again, I still don't hear anything as to say, yeah, this is justifiable. Should I have sympathy for him? Nah.
And Justice Clarence Thomas are far better.
I'm not gonna be, we lost a good one. Nah, I'm not gonna be saying all that.
Role models to celebrate than Martin Luther King. Period. End of.
Huh?
Or is she there because of affirmative action? Thomas Sowell and Justice Clarence Thomas are far better black role models to celebrate than Martin Luther King. Period. End of story. This guy is not worthy of it.
I ain't gonna lie, I would like to hear more context on that as to the reason why he said that. But Thomas Sowell is pretty good. But I'm not sure why he said that. But if he's talking about in the context of which we all know, if you did your research on Martin Luther King and what he was or who he was working for, then we understand why he's saying that as far as it being a role model is concerned. Because why would you look up to somebody that worked for the government as far as their agency is concerned and working against their own people? Some of y'all are not going to know that, but he was an agent. We talking about MLK. And if you ever been looking into the MLK files, then you should already know that if you actually paid any attention. He worked for the government. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, to a good degree, I'm agreeing with him, but I would still need more context of why he said
National
that.
holiday. He is not worthy of godlike status. In fact, I think it's really harmful.
Hold on, who?
Black role models to celebrate than Martin Luther King. Period. End of story. This guy is not worthy of a national holiday. He is not worthy of godlike status. In fact,
He's talking about
really
Martin Luther King. I mean, again, it depends on where he's coming from. Like, if he's just being straight up racist, fine. But if he added context around that to let us know why he's saying that, let me lend the ear to see where he's coming from and why he would say that. Because I don't think that he just blatantly said that without proper context. He doesn't strike me as that type of person.
You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You
And
had
somebody
to go
just
steal a
repeated
white
it.
person's slot to go be taken somewhat serious. And the paradigm that they constituted under George Floyd, the moment that we make them have to live up to their own standard, they start to cry foul. As soon as we start to make them live up to the George Floyd standard, oh, what is Charlie Kirk racializing this? And by the way, Van Jones also has a major lie embedded into this whole thing. Listen carefully.
Black Americans are about 13 to 14% of the population.
Okay, that was, whoever chopped that was like, you should have, that was a bad chop. Like, you can't really, like, you can't say that that part is racist because you're not even giving him a chance to say anything. But he has said a lot of racist stuff throughout what I heard so far. So let me.
All prisoners are black.
Exactly.
So blacks commit more crimes than whites do. They commit more murders. They commit more arsons. They commit more kidnappings.
Okay, now that's racist. Now that's blatant racism right there. That's blatant
for
racism.
example, blacks are 13% of the population and they commit 58% of all the murders.
Okay, let's talk about it.
That's not, you could, oh man. Now, again, let me explain. This still does not mean that he should have been taken out because of this. But this is not the type of person you have sympathy for. This is one of them let them kill each other type moments.
These are obviously racist claims, but I will respond to them as if Charlie Kirk were a reasonable person.
Black Americans are about 13 to 14% of the population.
Yes,
about half of all prisoners are black.
Wrong. Just 38% of America's prison population is black. That's according to the U.S. government. But it makes you wonder why Charlie feels the need to add an additional 12% to the black prison population. Could it be because his bigoted talking points only work if he exaggerates them? If Charlie were actually looking for the race that makes up half the prison population in the U.S.,
a debater's going to over-exaggerate. That's true. That's a very good call out. That's a good call out.
Than white people at 57%.
Exactly.
So blacks commit more crimes than whites do.
Wrong. The word so is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence.
So blacks commit more crimes.
He's saying so, as in therefore, as in one could conclude, but Charlie knows he's lying. Even if he hadn't just lied about the black prison.
You know what? Maybe, look, you know what? He may not even be racist. He could be underlying racist, but he could be rage baiting because in most cases, he's debating with somebody else. So in order to debate somebody to try to shake them up and throw them off guard, you're going to hit them with some type of, you're going to hit them with left field. You come in left field. You know what I mean? I believe he will be more rage baiting, but he is being racist, blatantly racist at the same time in order to rage bait.
Population. Charlie is smart enough to know that correlation does not equal causation, but he's hoping that you don't know that. So he.
Right. That's a debate tactic. What he just pointed out, or what Charlie does, that's a debate tactic. Again, this doesn't mean that Charlie should have been taken out.
Deploys the word
I'm gonna tell you that right
to
now.
make you think he's coming to an obvious conclusion.
So blacks.
Instead, he's making an illogical racist leap. Charlie knows that we don't have usable
That's the
data
race
about
bait you.
who commits crimes. It's impossible to have that data since so many crimes go both unreported and or unsolved. Charlie knows that we only have data about arrests and convictions. I'll come back to that data in a moment. What's painfully obvious is that Charlie Kirk isn't interested in understanding the statistics he so carelessly misquotes. He's interested in making bad faith arguments, something that becomes even more obvious in his next point.
Blacks are 13% of the population and they commit 58% of all the murders.
Wrong again, and loud this time. If Charlie were interested in honesty, he would have mentioned the other 1350 statistic. Yes, black people are about 13% of the population, but make up 53% of all criminal exonerations. In fact, black people make up 55% of all murder exonerations. Specifically, black people are more likely than any other group in this country to be convicted of crimes they did not commit.
Stop. Woo! Hey, hold up. Let's give him a clap. We all know that. We can all attest to that. Now that's facts. That cannot be debated.
And people like you have the nerve to parade these stats around as though they prove something. The reality is that you probably know these stats, but you leave them out on purpose. Because to bring that stat into this conversation would make some people think. And that's the last thing a person like you wants.
That will make people think, and that's the last thing people like you want. Hey, and I'm just here to make people think. But again, with all of this being said, yeah, I could conclude that, in my opinion, he's racist. He's racist. Not even borderline. He blatant with that last one. That last one, it was, at first I was saying borderline, he was rage baiting. Nah, he racist. He racist, bro. He racist. All right, so let's go into, and it's crazy because with him being a Republican and a Trump supporter, but at the same time, I mean, come on, there's a lot of people out there that's Trump supporters that's still racist. Like this ain't nothing new. We know better than that. You know what I mean? Racism still exists. You know, he just being more blatant with it. At least he being upfront with his racism. He ain't hiding nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I clap right back at him professionally too. You know what I mean? But that's how you got it. And that's another reason why I'm like, you can't take that type of person serious anyway, because he's doing it. He's like, he's bantering around, dancing around. You know what I mean? Probably grifting. He probably, you know, I don't know him, but I'm assuming based off of his personality traits of what I can see. But I mean, it would just be, you know, it would just be a smile. It would be a debate. It would be, he not gonna be putting nothing to action per se. Like it's not like he gonna be out there smacking people around or nothing. Like he's not a threat. You know what I mean? He just got a big mouth. That's all. He get paid to have that type of mouth, and he's controversial. That's what he doing, and he doing it online. You know, so based off of what I can see, right now, another thing that I saw is that, to go back to the point of him being a Republican, okay, and a political commentator. Basically, he's a content creator in the political field, okay? With having this podcast and stuff like that, I ran across some clips that I'm getting ready to play for y'all. But I want to make a point here. I want to note something here. The people that I was referring to earlier in the live stream, where I said that will have an issue with anybody, no matter their skin complexion, no matter if they're racist, no matter if they're pregnant, we know that these people will be the people that are controlling those that some of you call Jews. Yeah, we about to go there. Here we go. YouTube may shake up the screen. But shake up the stream. But I want to go over this because this needs to be pointed out, because he did change up, and he changed up pretty heavy, because based off of my analysis, the majority of his crowd is the youth. So that means students in colleges and universities. And when he changed his tone, now I'm gonna be careful. I'm not gonna go too far. But when he changed his tone about a particular group of people, things got rocky, okay? Now, I want to point this out. In July of this year, let me get it real quick. July of this year. All right, let me pull this up. So July of this year, on his official Twitter, he was saying that he was about to moderate a debate between David Smith and Josh Hammer on Israel. Y'all ready? Okay. After that, July, hold up. So that was July 13th. Now here he go. July 24th. There was no denying that Israel has become a massive topic in the U.S. politics and particularly among Gen Z. At a recent Student Action Summit, I hosted a focus group with our TPUSA students to get a sense of what they think about the topic. As you'll see, they don't hate Israel or Jewish people, but they are skeptical about the state of America's current relationship with the country, and they want to be confident America's leaders are putting their own country first. America's leaders are putting their own country first. Listen, keep in mind, he was a previous supporter. I'm saying a previous supporter of Trump. I'm not saying that he moved from Republican to Democrat. This part right here don't matter. Democrat or Republican don't matter for this very second. I just want you to understand the shift, that he was a strong supporter of Israel. Keep this in mind. Based off of what I saw, he was always speaking for, in their favor, up until recently. And I'm getting ready to play some of his own words. And I want you to listen to what he says closely. Here we go.
Many times, the whole country's a fortress. When I first heard this story, I still had the same gut instinct that I did initially. I find this very hard to believe. I've been to that Gaza border. You cannot go 10 feet without running into a 19-year-old with an AR-15 or an automatic machine gun that is an IDF soldier, right? The whole country is surveilled. And so let me just kind of go through this. We don't talk about Israeli politics very often, and most Americans don't know this. The last 9 months, Israel was on the brink of civil war. It's not an exaggeration. This judicial stuff, there were hundreds of thousands of Israelis taking to the streets because Bibi Netanyahu is basically redefining the Israeli constitution. That's not an exaggeration, right? He said the judicial branch has too much power. There were protests planned this week against Netanyahu, where they anticipated tens of thousands of people to take to the streets. That's all gone, Patrick. Netanyahu now has an emergency government and a mandate to lead. I'm not willing to go so far that saying that Netanyahu knew or there was intelligence here, but I think some questions need to be asked. Was there a stand down order? Was there a stand down order? 6 hours?
Hold up, let me stop the music. Ooh, right here. Now look, hold up. Listen. Now I know, again, I'm not saying that he's not racist, right? He is. But this don't mean that they not going to tell the truth, even if they, I'm just saying, hold up, y'all, hold up. Listen. That's why y'all need to stop being racist, for real. Now you noticing all late about your common enemy, you being all funny, and all whole time you really needed our back. He know now. He know now. But you wanted to be racist. You wanted to be funny with certain people that really could have had your back. You thought all them people that was around you had your back, and now you gone for going against the grain that got you in that position that you in. Keep in mind, they holding them up in high regard. And he had the nerve to be talking about MLK now. But you gonna turn around. You got the support of them, and then all of a sudden, you going against the grain. You know what you did wrong. You knew what was coming. And you thought you were safe when they got eyes on you? Keep in mind, your common enemy is my common enemy. It does not matter our skin complexions. Why are you racist? Why are you racist? And look, and the white folks out there that's listening right now that's racist, this is the reason why you shouldn't be. We have a common enemy. Silly. Why are you acting like that? It's okay to be prejudiced. Of course, big up your own people. There's nothing wrong with prejudice. But why are you being racist? Why are you being against others that ain't your enemy? See, white supremacy taught you that in dating all the way back to 1890. White supremacy taught you that. But see, it's only a certain group of whites that will be held as supreme in their eyes, not all. There's such thing as an illusion of inclusion. They made you believe that you was a part of them. But when you see the wrong and you called out that fraud, that's what you're supposed to do. That's called keeping true to your word. You were supposed to do this, Charlie. You were supposed to do this, but you were supposed to be like this from the start. Now. From the start. But it's okay. You 31. That light bulb went off. You said, hold up. Wait a minute, this ain't right. What they doing is, and then you start backing up now. That means you was coming into the light where they didn't want you to be. They still wanted you to be in that dark here. Because you got that youth and you talking to the colleges and university students on a large scale. And if those college students ask you a question about Israel and you give your take like this, yeah, you're a target. Yeah, Charlie, you was a target. And you should have held up for a second, Charlie, to check your people around you. I'm just saying. Candace Owens got to watch out too. Me too. They don't like people like us. They don't. But see, I never sold my soul to get up high, then turn my back on them. See, that's the difference. I didn't sell my soul to get up high and then turn my back on them and then I get taken out. That ain't me. So Candace can't do but so much. They took Kevin Samuels out. They fired Tucker. They moved Joe Rogan. See, they say, not so much. But you started jumping, right? Unprepared. You were prepared, but you were unprepared of the consequence. They already had eyes on you.
Don't believe it. Israel's the size of New Jersey. When I took a helicopter ride from Jerusalem to the Gaza border, it's 45 minutes. Wow. 6 hours. They're live streaming the killing of Jews. Did somebody in the government say, stand down? That is a legitimate, non-conspiracy question. The whole country is the IDF. The whole country is. Yeah. And you're trying to tell me that they're going to concerts and kibbutzes and schools and by report realize that Epstein, with his little friend Ghislaine and Ghislaine's father, Robert Maxwell, who is obviously a spy of the Israeli intelligence agencies, that there was something else going on here. Epstein was not some sort of whiz kid hedge fund manager. Epstein was playing a part. Epstein was a LARPer. Epstein was cast for a specific role, and he played it really well. The sweatpants and the Harvard jacket, the kind of disheveled hair, looking as if he was so smart and above the clouds that he was doing advanced mathematic equations on the back of napkins. But if you actually go into some of the videos of people that met with Epstein at the time, they said he was awfully unimpressive when it came to finance and markets and economics. It's nothing new that if you're in the intel agencies, you want to try and get as much blackmail on powerful people as possible. Easy, not hard. And this is no longer just speculation. First of all, the evidence that shows that Epstein was a creation of either Mossad, Israeli intelligence, American intelligence, Saudi intelligence, or maybe he was just a hired gun. Maybe he was just the guy that countries would go to and park a couple $100 million and say, hey, can you get one of the members of the royal family with a 13-year-old so we can get them to do what we want to do? Members of Congress are actively being blackmailed. The Epstein playbook is being used on a daily basis. Jeffrey Epstein was not a financier. He was not a hedge fund manager. Jeffrey Epstein was a key player in a multi-decade blackmail operation against the most powerful people on the planet.
Oh yeah, you made yourself a target.
And Jewish donors, they have a lot of explaining to do, a lot of decoupling to do.
Oh, just blatant, huh? Charlie, just blatant,
on the
huh?
Planet.
He ain't care.
And Jewish donors, they have a lot of explaining to do, a lot of decoupling to do, because Jewish donors have been the #1 funding mechanism of radical, open border, neoliberal, quasi-Marxist policies, cultural institutions, and nonprofits.
Whoa! Hey. Uh-oh. I'm just saying. It's okay. I ain't hear one lie yet.
It's up.
I ain't hear one lie yet. Damn, bruh. Now you know who the enemy is, Charlie.
This is a beast created by secular Jews. And now it's coming for Jews, and they're like, what on earth happened? And it's not just the colleges. It's the nonprofits, it's the movies, it's Hollywood, it's all of it. It's like, time for you guys to wake up and say no more, draw a line in the sand.
See, keep in mind, time for you guys to wake up and say no more, draw a line in the sand. He was changing, 31. He ain't even get to be 33 yet. They ain't even want you to become a 33 degree, bro. They ain't want you to get your degree. They took you out. You knew too much. And you told too much. Keep in mind, you had the youth. The youth was listening to you. That's why. This is why, y'all. In my opinion. This is allegedly. This is why I believe this is why they took him out right here. There's no other person or group of people, let me say it that way. There's no other group of people that will be powerful enough to get that done. That easy, that clean, that fast, in and out. Let me take a look and make sure that they didn't do that breaking news just yet. Hold up, I'm double checking. Wait. Why I didn't? Oh, it should be right here. Hold up, let me make sure. Yeah, because I want to see that breaking news from the FBI. I want to see what happened. But don't be surprised if they release the video. Oh, look, y'all.
Thank you, Governor. Bo Mason, Commissioner for the Utah Department of Public Safety. If you look up the...
Look, they released the video. Wow. That's what they did? This is the breaking news? I don't play it.
The top left, you'll see the building where the shooter was proned out in the top left corner. We'll go ahead and play that video and I'll narrate it as we walk through that.
Man, that audio is so bad. It's playing on one side. Hold on, y'all. Let me boost the volume for you. Hold on. That's their audio, y'all. That's not mine. Hold on. I'm gonna cut the music. I know y'all couldn't hear that, and it's on one side.
Upper building, he's gonna come out on the right, moves to this far right corner.
Why they always do bad audio type stuff? I hate that.
The edge and then drop down to the ground. As he did that, he left some palm impressions. There's some.
Wait a minute. He look at this guy.
There's a
what? How did he get up there? Man, why is it doing that? Click it.
Is clearly identified.
Hold on, go back.
Play that video and I'll narrate as we walk through that. So here you see the suspect ran behind that upper building. He's going to come out on the right, moves to this far right corner.
Right there.
As he does, he's going to climb off the edge and then drop down.
So he didn't take an elevator. This is our first time actually seeing the building. And he holding something, a bag. What is that?
There's a shoe imprint where we believe the suspect is clearly identified as wearing Converse tennis shoes. Again, we'll replay that again. So you can
He wearing tennis shoes.
It's important to note his black T-shirt, his black pants, and there appears to be some white on the soles of those Converse tennis shoes. Those are all identifiable items that we're looking for. In the stills that are going to follow this, you're going to see a very distinctive T-shirt with an American flag and appears to have an eagle on it. There's also a baseball cap with a triangle on it and a pair of sunglasses. All distinctive, all things that we would ask the public to look for and try to
baseball cap with a triangle on it.
Someone who has those items, who has been seen wearing those items. We're looking for all that information. Here you see the suspect after dropping off the building. He moved around across this grassy area, around the parking lot. We're going to pan to the right. After he crosses the street, this is where he moves over into the wooded area. This is the video evidence that we utilize to track his movements and to locate that firearm in that wooded area following the discovery of this evidence. Good. You want to go to the stills? So here's the still photographs I mentioned. These have been enhanced. So these are slightly different than what we introduced earlier. Please pay close attention to the T-shirt. Like I said, very distinctive with that American
Please pay
flag.
COVID.
And that attention to the T-shirt. Like I said, we introduced earlier. Please pay close attention. We introduced earlier. Please pay close attention to the. We introduced earlier. Please pay close attention to the T-shirt. Like I said, very distinctive with that American flag and that eagle. The hat with the triangle and the sunglasses. If you'll go to the next picture, please.
But if you have these, this is from video. I don't get it. You have these. These are from video. Why are you
hoping the public can help us identify and lead us to this suspect?
You hoping the public can help you? Why are you not releasing the video or where you getting these still shots from? This is the breaking news?
And again, there's a better picture of the hat.
Oh, come on. There's no way, bruh. This can't be the breaking news. Did y'all see anything new? This can't be it. There's no way, bruh. All the more reason why this would set somebody up to believe that this is real. Well, I'm not saying that, what they did to him wasn't real. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this part right here. They trying to pretend like they're actually doing an investigation. They know who this person is. It's one of them. Yeah, it's probably AI on top of that. Yeah, it could have been AI. They could have easily typed in the prompt, hey, make it look like he came down off the side of the building. I mean, like it was nothing. Jumped down. That was kind of steep. I mean,
triangle logo ran behind.
No hesitation. He came off that thing with no hesitation.
Some palm impressions. There's some smudges. Some
he literally came down. Boom. Got right to it. All right, that's enough. Woo, picked up the bag and started running.
Tennis shoes. Again, we'll replay that against you.
I don't know about that one, y'all. What y'all think? The enhanced photos are model shots instead of evidence. On top of that, and then the photos, okay, keep in mind, wait, do I have that? The photos are, wait, where am I at? This is, okay, no, hold on. The same photos they gave us. Right here. They act like we can't enhance the photos. Everybody got Photoshop or some type of photo editor app on their phone. Enhancing for what? It ain't like you gave us a photo of his face. And remember, I played the video of that same FBI guy saying that they have clear video footage. Is this the clear video footage? Because why are you giving us still shots of it? If you were able to release a video, alleged video, of him hopping down off a building, kept getting up, why can't you give us this footage right here of him walking in, which looks like, to me, a car parking lot? It looks like a parking lot, like he's going to a car. I see a car on the right. Don't it look like he's going up a flight of steps and he's inside of a parking lot? I mean, in my opinion, that's what it looked like. I see a white car right here. These steps remind me of a parking lot. Look, he going down. Look, his car's right here. He going down the steps. This looked like a parking garage to me. He hopped in the car. I mean, if I'm assuming that, wouldn't they be assuming that? Especially if you got this footage, then that means you have the footage of the parking garage. Why are you not saying that? And he got a book bag. Why is he getting rid of the weapon? What's the book bag about? Why would he get rid of the weapon knowing that could be used for ballistics, like to, pull more information of him? That don't sound right to me. Nah, that's what they say. They said this is the breaking news right here. This was it.
If you look up to the top left, you'll see the building where the shooter was proned out in the top left corner. We'll go ahead and play that video and I'll narrate as we walk through that. So here you see the suspect ran behind that upper.
I mean, again, to me, this has inside job written all over it. And we know where it's going to come from. And with them being their own government, don't forget that they can hire agencies who, are not being controlled by the federal government. Those particular agencies, like the FBI, for example, can be hired by the Israeli government. They can hire military too. That's another agency. I'm just saying.
T-shirt, his black pants, and there appears to be some white on the soles of those Converse tennis shoes. Those are all items that were. I
don't know. Would y'all be able to jump down off of that thing that fast like that? Man, why stop doing that, bro? Why is it doing that?
As he did that, he left.
The way he jumped down, y'all.
Some places we're looking to collect DNA. Some places we're looking to.
I would like to know how he got up there.
Some places we're looking to collect DNA. Some places we're looking to collect DNA.
And the way I saw the doctored version of some video clips that I cannot play, where I see that the ring on his third finger was jumping to his fourth finger after the shot rang out. And now they're playing, even when I look at the name of the video, wait, oh my God. Wait, at the name of the video, they named the video, I'm trying to let it zoom in.
The building where the shooter was prone. Bo Mason.
Wait, stop.
The building where the shooter was proned out in the top left corner.
They got, 9-10. Oh my. They got the date, time, and they saying 002, and it's a loop.
So here you see
as if this is the second video.
Upper building, he's going to come out on the right, moves to this far right corner.
There's no way, bruh. I don't believe this. As far as this part is concerned, I don't believe it. There's no way. But I would like to hear y'all opinions on this. Would y'all like to come up here and talk about this? Y'all want to talk about it? I would like to hear y'all take on this. Right, yeah, they saying the footprint from the jump. Could have been two shooters. One to snipe, walk away, discard the rifle, but one real one on another roof. It's a possibility. You would have broken your back or legs jumping that high. I mean, that's kind of high, you know. I mean, something, it would have startled him, something. He couldn't have just kept right up. I mean, in my opinion, I mean, man, he just shook that off. Like, all right, I got it. Whoop, kept it moving. It was kind of quick. It was kind of quick. And if he ditched the gun so close, why not just leave it on the roof? I mean, right. Or, you know, if you really wanted to discard it. You just left it in the woods. Again, this part right here, iffy, big time. It really is iffy. Now that's, yeah, that jump was real suspect. I just wish it would stop doing that part right there. But that jump right there is suspect to me. Like, he coming on the edge. He moved the bag. But wait a minute, hold on. I don't see the weapon. Hold up. Stop. Wait, go back. Oh my. I don't see. Hold on, let me let it zoom in. I don't see the weapon. It's a bolt action rifle. I see the bag. Nah, he ain't got the weapon.
Some palm impressions. There's some smudges. Some
wait a minute. Hold up, y'all.
Like DNA.
It's no weapon right there.
Where we believe the suspect is clearly identified as wearing some palm impressions. There's some smudges. Nah, that's the bag. He just moved the bag over. Boom, dropped down with the bag. And then he picked up the bag. Then he walked off with the bag in his hand. Bro. So you can get another view of that.
Put the bag. Nah, I don't see the rifle.
Black pants.
At all. Like the rifle will be noticeable.
The soles of those Converse tennis shoes.
Nah, he didn't have the rifle. He didn't have the rifle right. Uh-oh. He didn't even have the rifle right here. A bolt action rifle we would see. There's no way that we won't be able to see that. We will be able to see that. Whether if it was on his back, in his hand, even if in his book bag, that's going to stick out. Like his book bag is not big enough. Hold up. His book bag is not big enough to conceal an entire, yeah, no. No, not no bolt action. That's not big enough. Unless he broke it down. Unless he broke it, like, oh, wait, if he took it apart, but they said he ditched the weapon. Nah, bro. Nah, he gonna have time to break it down, fold it up, put it in his bag, take it out of his bag, throw it away, run to a parking lot where it looked like it's a bunch more. It looked like a couple things in here. This looked heavy, in my opinion. This looked like it's something in it. I don't know about this, y'all. This a little too iffy. But this channel was just, I'm just here to make you think. Of course, in my personal opinion, I believe the government is involved. I do believe that Israel is involved. I do. Charlie, he turned the corner, turned the page, started going against the grain, okay, of a certain group that was supporting him. And y'all know who we talking about. He started calling them out, okay? He started calling them out. He started recognizing the fakes. He was separating the real from the fake. 31 years old. They ain't want him to be 33. They're going to have to honor him. So they did it. They honored him. But they did it in a way where he going to be honored later on in life. The way this was set up. Half-staff flags. Listen, y'all, half-staff flags. Yeah, this was set up. So they could control the narrative. So it won't look like the government was involved. But we all know today's 9/11. All right? September 11, 2025, we know this was the government doing. Whether if you want to say Democrat or Republican, pick whoever you want at this point. In my opinion, ain't none of them to be trusted. Because look, what was the Republicans at? They were supposed to have his back, right? Look. September 11th, 2025. They want you to think, division tactic, conquer, divide, Democrat, Republican. They said this was a political elimination. He went against Israel. He was cool with them at first, then he went against the grain. And you know how they work in numbers. What up, Zach? You know how they work in numbers. Did he deserve this? No. In my opinion, no. He didn't deserve this. There's going to be some people out there to be like, yeah, he deserved it, blah, 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 blah. Nah. Let him be a racist. It don't matter. Did he deserve it? Nah. He had it coming, but he just didn't know from who. He should have, though. I got a feeling, I don't think he looked like to be an intelligent person to know that once he started putting that stuff out there and making it plain and simple for them to understand, as far as the youth is concerned, he knew he put a target on his head. I believe he knew. He probably just didn't know it was going to be to this extent. Or maybe. I heard that earlier that day his wife made a Twitter post. I couldn't find that because I don't know her Twitter, but made a Twitter post quoting from the Bible. Almost as if she knew something was about to happen. I'm just saying, you know, when you in this type of line of work and you out there in the public and you making people think, and all of a sudden you're a likable person to a certain group of people and they start following you and believing you and started going by what you believe in, yeah, they looking at you, especially when you are not working in their favor. And maybe it could have been he was turning the corner. And they was trying to take him out before he finished turning that corner. But yeah, I got a feeling I got a feeling that he knew that his life was being threatened for a while. He probably got the threatening phone calls, the threatening email. He probably got all that. I really wish he could have, vetted everybody a lot better, made sure that he had, all areas cross-referenced in a sense of his safety. I heard that he has two young children. Now they growing up with no father. Don't nobody deserve that. I'm Dane Calloway. I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm in agreement with you, with a lot of you saying that he a racist. I'm in agreement with a lot of you saying that they, basically taking themselves out. Okay? But we all know who the real enemy is. And they don't have a set skin complexion. And they don't care about your skin complexion. And this is a prime example. Is this going to be available later? Yes, this is going to be available later. Does Dane get threats? Yes, I've gotten threats. People put my children online. People put my couple houses online, my address online, a whole bunch of stuff. Calling my family members' phones, being petty. Of course, I could attest to the threats, the oh, we want you to come over here and, we're going to send some attacks to you. But what they did was, they made sure that my reach got to a certain point. That's what they did with me. And, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I was intelligent enough to not rub shoulders with everybody that I don't know just because they dangling money in front of me. I wasn't the type to hop, skip, and jump for the money. You know what I mean? I want you to read it between the lines with that one because I'm not that type of person. I didn't say, ooh, $2 million and sign my life on a dotted line. I'm not that type. So that's something you can count on when it comes to me. That's something you can count on. But am I going to start putting myself out there a little bit more in the public and a little bit more in the limelight? Yes, I am. I heard that he was a Christian. I'm not sure. But any weapon formed against me won't ever prosper. I'm well guarded. I'm well protected. They can play their little games and shake up the stream and cut it off, and they can do all that. Suppress the reach. They can do all that. They not gonna stop me. The Creator put me here for a reason. I'm just being obedient. I'm serving my ancestors well. But yeah, again, I don't think you deserve that. Some of y'all may feel a little different. Keep in mind, it's me. This is my opinion. I don't think you deserve that. Regardless if he was a racist or not. It's just the type of person I am. All right, so let me go ahead because I hear a couple of y'all want to go back on those videos. I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream now so y'all could go back and watch those. Those other videos where he was talking about Israel. Just go back slightly. Look. Hopefully YouTube keep this video up. But we'll see. If they don't, I got it recorded. So y'all gonna be straight. Then I'll chop it up and put it up, as videos. I may even do that just in case. So I'm gonna see y'all probably tomorrow or the next day. Y'all know how we do. I love y'all. I appreciate those of you that donated. Let me see. Let me make sure. Because I didn't have that up the entire time. Shout out to you. Hold on. It says Love and Light. Yeah, Love and Light. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the super chat. Cameron, thank you for becoming a member. Lucan, thank you for becoming a member. That could be Lucan or Lycan. That could be Lycan. Lycan, thank you for becoming a member. AMF, thank you for the super chat. Cindy, thank you for the super chat as well. You said, damn it, Dane, you don't miss. Oh, so wait, MAF said that Sean Valadez is the man in the photo. He gave a name. Sean Valadez is the man in the photo. Interesting. I'm going to have to take a look at that. Dan, thank you for the super chat. You said he was going rogue, successful hit. Appreciate the perspective being made plain. The controllers kill about their control. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Dan, that's exactly what it is. Absolutely. Cameron, thank you for the super chat. You said, why would you drop the gun if you're getting away? It doesn't make sense. Exactly. Like, keep in mind, he started running. When he came off of the roof, he started running slightly. But once they showed the footage of him coming out of that parking lot, he was walking across that street. He wasn't making the beeline. He was looking like a normal student at that point. I mean, if the AI footage, if the footage is real, they had to wait until they used some technologies. Remember what the FBI agent said? I'm just saying. I'm only repeating what they saying. But yeah, let me drop a bomb for all of y'all. Clap it up for y'all at the same time. The real Birdman Jr., thank you for being a member for 26 months in a row. You said talk to these ninjas. Absolutely. Yeah, but I mean, again, I probably will be back tomorrow, and if not, then it's going to be the next day. But yeah, we'll see. You know, I'm pretty sure they probably gonna give us a look. Maybe, hopefully, they give us this footage right here, these photos. I mean, why not? Why couldn't you do that tonight? Show us the parking lot footage. Show us this parking garage. We can see what he gonna look like when he come up them steps. Come on now. FBI. I'm side-eyeing you. All right. But don't forget, they can be hired, y'all. They an agency. Y'all take care. I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all next time. Stay positive. Care about each other. Don't be racist. We all in this together. All right. One common enemy now. Remember that. Why don't? I'm just here to make you think.
Yeah, DNA.